When I saw the price of this new contour and highlighter palette from Makeup Forever, I was like, this better be good. This is the new HD Skin Face Sculpting Palette. It is $85 and it's made in Japan. And this is how it looks inside. I'm sorry that mine is already used. It doesn't look that pretty, but I already showed you how it looks on a short video. So in here we're getting 12 shades in total. 6 of them, they are concealer shades. We have 2 contour shades and 4 highlighter shades. When it comes to the packaging, this is a lot smaller than what I was expecting, especially for the price. When I saw it in pictures, in my mind, I was expecting this to be more like a full-size palette. But now that I have it, I'm actually appreciating the size because it's the perfect size for traveling, for on the go. And even if you just want to throw it in your purse and be out and about, this is going to be super comfortable to carry around. And it is small, but it got a lot inside, so we can't complain. Right off the bat, I'm telling you to don't expect full coverage out of this. This is not going to give you a whole full B at all. This is more like the everyday situation, the makeup no makeup look. You will complete this vibe, sheer coverage. This is just going to enhance your natural beauty. And while I'm over here talking to you, I'm sticking my nail in the product and nobody's telling me nothing. Nice. And also, this is gonna come out super handy for the underpainting technique. So if you do that a lot, here you have it. Take it. And in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how this looks alone. Just put it on and get the fuck out. We're gonna be doing the underpainting technique, but I'm also going to be showing you how it looks with foundation on top. I want you to know that when it comes to natural makeup looks, it is super important for you to prep your skin the right way. You have to make sure that you wash your skin really good, go in with a good moisturizing cream, eye cream, and sunscreen. If you don't prep your skin correctly, this natural makeup look is just not gonna be it. I actually used this new sunscreen from Cosas and baby, this is actually my favorite sunscreen for under makeup. I also really like it without, but the finish, and I love the pinky peachy tint. It evens out the complexion. It's glowy but not too glowy. This is like perfect. And then I also really like that right after you apply it on the skin and you blend it, it's gonna give you like this tackiness, but after it's sitting on your skin for a few minutes, that tackiness goes away. So if you're not gonna wear it with makeup, you're gonna feel it super comfortable and it feels like nothing on the skin. This is really nice. I have it on right now and look how pretty my skin looks. See that? We're gonna be using a flat brush. I'm gonna start with the 04 from Tom Ford, but I'm also gonna be using the A19 from Morphe Makeup by Ariel. If you have this one and you don't have this one, just start using this one from the beginning. First, I'm gonna start with the contour shade, which is this one right here. And we're gonna apply everything where we have to apply it first. I like that it's not that pigmented on my skin tone, but it is buildable. This contour shade, it's heaven. I love the cool undertone, but it's not too gray. It's not looking ashy on my skin. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more for the forehead. Some people apply the contour on the jawline down here. It is not all the way down here, babe. It's literally right there, and then you blend it down, but don't apply it all the way down here because it's not going to do the job. And I do like to apply a good amount down here for the double chin. For the nose, I picked it up with the tip of the brush, and I know that this shade, it's gonna look stunning as nose contour. In this shade, it's dark, but it's not too dark. Now I'm cleaning off the brush and I'm gonna go in with the bronzer and I'm gonna apply it right on top of the contour. I wish that we had a mirror. Right here. This bronzer shade, it's looking really orange, but after we blend it, it's gonna be okay. It's looking like this because it's really intensely packed on the skin, so I'm gonna add a little bit right here on the tip of the nose and then also down the neck. Now I'm gonna be using the Morphe and Makeup by Ariel brush. I'm gonna pick up the lightest shade for the places that I wanna lift. Right here. A little bit on the chin, a little bit more for the center of the nose, and also right here on the forehead. I'm gonna need a tiny bit more for the inner corner of my under eye because we need this to be really bright down there. And I'm also gonna apply a good amount right here on my lids because I do want to see how it looks as eye primer. I want this eye primer to be light because the eye look that I have in mind, it's like light pink, baby blue colors, so something this light, it's gonna make those colors pop. And now for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the second shade so it looks a little bit more natural. I'm gonna apply right here on the center of my under eyes. And let me tell you that the pigmentation, it is on point. We don't have blush in this palette. I know that I have another palette with blush, but this one doesn't have it. So I'm gonna be using this blush from Danessa Myricks. This is the shade Rose and Brunch. And I'm gonna be using the same brush, but I am cleaning it in between shades, like I'm wiping it down. I'm gonna apply the blush where it's supposed to be going. Now for highlighter, I'm gonna be picking up a little bit of this shade, which is the lightest one. And I'm gonna apply it right here. Now I'm gonna start blending everything like I normally will. First, I'm gonna start with my eye base. And I'm using the concealer brush from Fenty Beauty. This is the one that I always use to blend my eye primer. Even though it sit on my skin for a little bit, it's blending super easy. Like I don't really have to spray anything on top of it to make it blend. Now I'm gonna be using my Rare Beauty concealer brush and I'm gonna start blending my concealer. I'm gonna bring it on my nose like I normally do. I like how the color looks under my eyes. Now I'm gonna be using the BK Beauty 112 brush to blend my contour and the bronzer. And I need you to trust the process. Everything is looking really fucked up and weird right now, but it's about to look good in a minute. See how quick it's blending? Normally when you let cream products sit on your skin for a few minutes, they dried up and they become a little harder to blend, but not this one, look. For the blush, I'm using the Rose and Ben's C42 foundation brush. See, everything's starting to come together. I am gonna need a little bit more of the darker shade for my under eyes because it looks a little bit too light. So instead of the second shade, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this shade right here, which is the third one. And I'm just gonna apply right here on the center. And I'm gonna go back and blend it with my concealer brush from Rare Beauty. Yeah, that looks a little better. I'm dying to see how the eye look it's gonna come out on top of all this base. No sé. Look how creamy it is. See that? I like that with my eyeshadow, it's blending on top of it. I'm obsessed with my eye look. This is perfect for springs. Let me know if you want me to show you how I did it and like a little tutorial. Let's move on to blending my nose contour really quick. And I'm going to be using this new brush from Patrick Ta. I'm just going over it really quick because I don't want to blend it too much. Just going over the concealer shade really quick. I haven't set it and it really was increasing. I'm just making sure that everything is nice and blended. If you're gonna use this by itself and you don't want to go in with any type of foundation, then you're gonna go in with something closer to your skin complexion, which in this case, mine will be this one. Let's try this one. If not, we can also pick up a little bit of this one. I really like this palette too because you can mix and match and create your perfect shade. And then now I'm just gonna apply this in all the spots that I'm missing product. Those two shades together, they look so good as foundation. And just look how good my skin is looking with, and right here it's without it. You see how you see my bare skin, the scars, I have pigmentation. Now let me pick up the foundation shade and apply it right here so you can see the difference. See, like now the skin looks so much better. Pick up a little bit more for the forehead. Look at this, super easy to do. It literally took me 5 minutes and my skin, it's looking flawless. To be honest with you, I really don't even think I have to set it with powder when it comes to my under eyes because it's not really creasing, and if you do see a little bit of creasing, it is very little. But just for the sake of it, I'm gonna go in with my pomegranate powder and I'm just gonna slightly set it. Just a little tiny bit. That's it. Let me go finish up my under eyes really quick. This is how it looks with only this, no foundation, no powder. I only have powder under my eyes, nowhere else. And let me tell you that this is totally given. It's heaven for every day. For the rushy days when you have no time, baby, if you have 3, 4, 5 minutes and you can make your skin look like this, do it instead of going out like a crazy lady. Why not? I also really like it for traveling. Again, it's gonna take you seconds, minutes to get your face to look like this. And for Zoom meetings, this is gonna come handy because you're gonna look presentable, you're gonna look put together and super quick. I'm loving the finish. It's making my skin look super healthy and it feels like nothing on the skin because the formulation is extremely lightweight. Just obsessed with how flawless and natural my skin looks. You still see my natural skin peeking through, but it looks beautiful. It covered everything that it was supposed to be covered. You're not gonna see no redness, no hyperpigmentation at all, and you don't have to set it with powder if you don't want to because it's not gonna leave you with like a tacky finish. It doesn't feel sticky or none of that. And of course, if you want to amp it up, make it more coverage, full glam, then just go in with your favorite foundation. I'm going to be using this one from Hourglass. One pump will do the job. And we're going to apply it in the same spot that we apply foundation. I'm going to try and not to go over like the contour and the bronzer area, and of course the concealer because I'm gonna leave it like that, but everywhere else it's fine. See that? Now look at the coverage with the foundation and you still see the definition of my face. But I'm gonna go back with the palette and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the contour and I'm gonna mix it with the bronzer because those two shades together, they look beautiful. And I'm just gonna reapply right here on this area. Wow, just look at the finish. And now I'm gonna apply a little bit of powder bronzer, and I'm using this one from Hermes. And as we can see, the powder, it's blending beautifully on top of these creams. Let's go in with a little bit of blush. I'm gonna be using Rose 10 from Hermes. And then a little bit of this Rare Beauty highlighter. And you see how now we went from a daytime look to something more for evening, for nighttime. And here you have the final look. I mean, this is just totally given. Did you expect this palette to give me this? I just want to kiss my own skin right now. We went from 0 to 100 real quick. I'm just obsessed. I have nothing else to tell you. I love it. 10 out of 10. Totally recommend. You need it in your life. This is basically what you're going to be using during the day. And if you come home and you have to go out at night, you're just gonna apply a little bit of foundation, bronzer, blush, and you're set to go. You're also gonna be using less foundation, and that's a good thing. I went in with 1 pump, and I normally always go in with like 2 pumps, 2.5. So if you don't like to use a lot of foundation, you're going to be obsessed with this thing right here. But don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and let me know in the comment section what do you think about this face palette. Do you like it? You don't like it? Let me know. And I love you to the moon and back. Mwah. See you on the next one.